Dark days. By now, I'm sure most, if not all of you, have heard about the news coming from STG. Sutliff and McBaron have both been purchased by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Now, ordinarily, that might kind of sound like good news because STG has a massive marketing budget, I'm sure. Last I checked, they're publicly traded. Maybe they're not, but I'm pretty sure they are. They have the resources and they have the ability to continue on and improve the tobacco market for pipe smokers, as they have done with cigars. It's great news. Nope. Nope. STG released this week for all intents and purposes, it's a press release that they're basically just acting like basically the entire Sutliff line and the McBaron line. I didn't pay much attention to Sutliff stuff. You guys know that I don't really. I'm not what one would refer to as a Sutliff fan. They have some blends that I like, but by and large, I really don't go after them too often. Um, However, there are five blends staying in the lineup from McBaron, and there are only two that I can think of off the top of my head that are staying, and that's Virginia Flake, which is actually a very good flake, so thank goodness that's staying, and Virginia Number One, also a good blend. I like Virginia Flake quite a bit better, although I've been given to understand that they're the same thing, only one's ready rubbed and one's not. I don't know. That's all speculation, and I haven't seen anything confirmed for sure. Anyway, there are another three blends that are sticking around. I think one of them is vanilla cream loose cut or something. I can't remember exactly. Something like that. The rest of them are aromatics. And everything else is going bye bye. Uh, Most notably the HH line, which is such a punch to the gut. The likes of which I never thought that I could feel this way about tobacco. Like, and it wouldn't be such a big deal if there were blends that came close to the quality and the flavor and the strength, all of the above, of all of the blends from the HH line. Really, the only one that I can't speak to that I haven't tried because you know, is Latakia Flake. Uh, I have had the rest of them to my knowledge, including Acadian Perique. I shouldn't be surprised that something of this magnitude happened, but it has happened. And I am absolutely bummed about it. By the way, side note, I've got a video playing on YouTube right now, so don't try not to. If you hear anything in the background, that's what it is, and if it's distracting, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pause it because I'm not gonna. Anyway, this is awful news for me. And so many others that love the HH line. And you guys know I wasn't the biggest McBaron fan either, except for the HH line. Everything in the HH line was essentially perfect. Out of all the blends that I have, there are guys and gals out there that have far more than I do in their cellar, but out of all the blends that I have, I would say realistically, I reach for something from the HH line more often than anything else. Whether it's Burley Flake, Rustica, Old Dark Fired, Bold Kentucky, Pure Virginia, it's really shitty. And on that line, I have seen some comments on the socials of people saying, "Oh, boo-hoo, uh, so what if the HH line's going away? You guys are driving me crazy. You're annoying me. Suck it up. It'll be fine," etc. I have a challenge for you. Um, and it's a two-part challenge. Part one of the challenge is shut the fuck up. Part two is, or find replacements for us instead of being a dick. Maybe be a little supportive of your fellow hobbyists, or shut the fuck up. That's it. And again, it was said best, in my opinion. Mike Howell from Naps said essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but he said essentially that it wouldn't be such a blow if there were comparable, even closely comparable blends out there that could replace Bold Kentucky, Old Dark Fired, Burley Flake, Pure Virginia, Rustica. But there really isn't anything that's even close. And yeah, maybe you're saying, "Oh, Sonny, you're kind of being a little dramatic there." I'm not. It's a fact. There's nothing that's close. There's nothing. Those blends, I've searched over the years. I've searched. I've tried to find something that was close, and just because I looked and didn't find it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, or does it? You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't find anything. And the reason I was looking is because I didn't want to smoke through what I have so fast. And what I ended up doing was smoking through a bunch of it. And this is such a kick in the balls. And I really hope that STG reassesses their business strategy here, because I'm telling you right now, you guys know my love for Cornell and Diehl. If they don't unfuck themselves, meaning STG, I have no problem just being a Cornell and Diehl customer. None whatsoever. There are tons of blends at Cornell and Diehl. Some might argue that there are too many. I could probably partially agree with that. But they have some damn good blends. Other than reaching for the HH line stuff, I would say in very close second to that, I reach for Cornell and Diehl stuff. And there's nothing else really that comes close. There are one or two Peterson branded blends that I'll reach for pretty often, but yeah, I have no problem just being a Cornell and Diehl exclusive customer. Doesn't bother me. I don't know if you heard that, but watching Vice Grip Garage, I spoke a little about him last week. Uh, he's hilarious, and he's out of his mind. But this isn't a review, really. I mean, it kind of is. I'm currently having Rustica Ready Rubbed because I have, I want to say 2 or 3 pounds of it, and it seems like that's going to be it. So I'm in this weird middle ground space of not wanting to smoke through my HH stuff, but also only wanting to smoke that. It's it's it sucks. I hate it. To be honest, I never ever would have imagined that they would have gotten rid of anything from the HH line. I would think that out of all the blends, they would have kept just that. And that's not because I don't like most of McBaron's stuff. It's because that's how good it is. They clearly have not listened to anyone. It's unreal. I mean, I just, I don't know why I'm making this video specifically. I think I probably just wanted to get on here and lament. Likely with the rest of you who are also absolutely gutted by this info. It really sucks because the first dark fired Kentucky blend that I ever had, and this was when I realized how much I love Kentuckies, was Old Dark Fired. it was kind of one of those, the first time after my char light and everything, I took a puff off of that pipe. It was indescribable. It felt like my whole world had been a lie up to that point. And then I had Bold Kentucky, and that was garbage. I'm kidding. I love Bold Kentucky. Love it. Same kind of deal. My whole world was just turned on its head. And then I had Pure Virginia. Once again, one of the greatest Virginias ever made. I'm going to put Burley Flake down as an asterisk. I do love it, but not as much as the others. It's a fantastic blend. Absolutely fantastic blend. It's just not my favorite Burley. And I know there are some of you out there, it's your favorite Burley. And I get why. It just doesn't, there's an itch about it, doesn't scratch. I will be reviewing that one day. I'm not sure when. So, yeah, I guess I just wanted to make this video to get on here and whinge a little bit. It's honestly heartbreaking. Yeah. For those of you that didn't have all your, or a majority of your favorite blends just gutted from product catalog, enjoy them while they last. Because I have this odd feeling that shit's just going to end up going away forever one of these days. So let's shift the conversation a little bit here because I think I'm still processing. And I could speculate and I could speculate a ton about what I think will happen. And I'm sure many more of you could as well. But I'm going to shift the conversation. Spent the weekend, well, it's currently Sunday. Normally I record these videos on Saturdays and upload on Sundays, but all day yesterday, pretty much, I was in the garage working on the Harley, putting new bars on it. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. So, yeah, I was out doing that. Ended up having to order a new brake line assembly for it because the stock brake line had zero slack. So I had to get a new brake line assembly. Couldn't just get one single brake line because it has dual calipers in the front. So that was fun. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. I have a pneumatic brake bleeder, so that makes things crazy easy. Ended up going to Harbor Freight yesterday. Did some shopping. They had a bunch of sales going on, a bunch of shit. I ended up getting, you've probably, if you're a Harbor Freight customer and you're a member of the coveted Inside Track Club, if you are on the Inside Track, they had a coupon for this, I think, mobile service cart, I think is what it's called. Normally it was like $160 or $170 or something. And with the coupon, if you're an Inside Track member, uh, you got it for 89 bucks. I definitely got myself one of those. And because I like tooling around and tinkering, I guess, I got to spend the morning putting that together. That was actually a lot of fun. Rustica doing Rustica things, taking forever to relight. So, got that put together. I ended up getting, they had um, a rolling stool that has a little tray for sockets and ratchets and tools and stuff. Got one of those. That was 30 bucks. Awesome. Uh, I got some socket organizers. Got some wrench organizers. Man, that tool cart is set up now. Ooh, buddy. So I got that put together. And then about the time that I got that put together, additionally, I also had to order a new set of risers because the risers that I had stock were too tall for the clutch cable. I don't want to mess with the clutch cable. I don't want to have to dig into the transmission whatsoever. And I've heard some horror stories about replacing a clutch cable on that particular bike. Not into it unless I absolutely have to. So about the time I got the cart done, got all the tools organized, my new risers were here. Thank you, Amazon. Got the new risers put on, got the bars bolted up, got the wiring pulled through. I've got a nice trick for that if anybody wants to know, if you haven't figured it out already. It takes me about maybe 5 minutes to pull the wiring through. And I'm talking like these are 90-degree bends. If you want to know, I got you. So, got the risers put on, got the bars bolted up, got the wiring pulled through, bled the brakes, emptied the lines out, pulled the master cylinder, pulled the line off, got the new line put in, got new fluid pulled through, and that's basically where I stopped. And then I watched the Bengals game last night. Uh, the missus ended up making a beef stew in the crock pot yesterday. Had that for dinner last night. That was real good. And then, yeah, watched the Bengals game. Somehow pulled a win out. Still don't know how they did that. But they did it. I swear, if the Bengals make it to the playoffs and somehow win the Super Bowl, I will sprint shit around my yard like Sonic the Hedgehog while he's running, taking a poop. I will do that. And then I'll wipe my ass on the grass. Matter of fact, the Bengals win the Super Bowl. You can quote me here. I will shave the beard and just leave a handlebar stash. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and chat with you guys a little bit. Got a winter storm rolling in this evening. I fully anticipate that I won't have work in the morning if this hits the way they say it's gonna. I'd be real surprised if I had work at all tomorrow. But who knows? Anything could happen. It's the Midwest. Those of you that live here in the Midwest know exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry if that's too loud. A guy is using a polishing wheel. So anyway, if you're in the path of this storm coming through, please stay safe. Stay off the roads. If you're not prepared for it, you still have time. Not much, but you have time. Go get you some gas, get you some beer. If you've got a generator, make sure that's running good. If you got a snowblower, make sure that's running good. Pull your extension cords for your generator out of the garage and put them inside. Let them warm up while you still got power. That way you're not trying to unravel a solid piece of metal. Pretty much. And just be ready. Get you some water, get you some beer. Pour yourself a glass of whiskey and watch this shit roll in. I think it's going to be either it's going to be a doozy or it's going to be a dud. I don't really think there's going to be much of an in-between on this one. So, I've kept this video going long enough. If you have stuck around long enough to hear me whine, bitch, complain, and otherwise, first of all, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know why, but if you're here, your family. Bob Evans said that once, I think. I don't know. That's totally right. Nope. It's not. Y'all be safe out there. Make good decisions. Especially when the ice is flying. Snow, you can get through that pretty easy. Ice. Just be safe. For the love of God. If this is your first time watching, and you also have made it to the end of this video, do me a huge favor. Throw me a like. Throw me a subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Takes like half a second to do. Just click the little button. The button Rooney down there. And for those of you who have watched before and have subscribed to this channel for quite some time now, thank you so much for being here. And if you're a fan of the HH line or any other blends that got gutted mercilessly by a big global corporate conglomerate, you have my sympathies. We'll get through it. Even if we're bitching the whole way. Y'all be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, but if you do, don't get caught. See you guys on the next one. Bye.